Everybody, it's Invicta. It is time to begin Missing No Week here on the channel. Thank you all, everybody who's been making this possible for the last almost month or so for Missing No Week on the like streak goal. We are ready to go for a new like streak, which I'll be announcing after this week. So make sure if you want to get a head start on that, who knows, we might even get 7 this week, depending on how crazy the Missing No runs are. And we are going to need a lot of luck and a lot of support because this is going to be a scary but hopefully fun week. I don't know. It's been a long time since I've taken Missing No. So here's your picture of the day, continuation picture of the day, submitted here by Marsupial2. This is a follow-up to the picture of the Sacred Heart gallery that we saw last week. Title of the thread was Sacred Heart Museum Update. Then in the thread they said, hello, a little update because you asked. The museum is located in Mexico City called Soumaya. And there is literally a section. Here's some more. I'm part of the Spanish mosh pit, so hola. Thank you very much, Marsupial2. And yeah, we're going to need all the powers of every single one of those Sacred Hearts for this week and beyond, because this is going to be scary. So how's this going to work? Well, we're just going to start off as Eden. We're going to give ourselves Missing No and just be happy with what we got here. So I'll give you the seed in 1 second, but first off, got to give ourselves Missing No. And we've already lost our salvation. Here's the seed day is going to be Whiskey Hotel Romeo Tango Sierra Lima Victor Juliet. So, yep. All right. Well, we're starting off originally with Salvation, and I would have been completely happy with that, but now we have Tooth and Nail. I think that starting tomorrow, I've already made a decision that maybe I'll probably just stick with... Let's stick with the first floor being whatever it is, and then we take Missing No. So at least we could have like sort of a baseline. I think that would be nice, or maybe not, or we just roll with it. I don't know. With these theme weeks, of course, I always just kind of run on the fly here. There's no real sort of a schedule or hard set of rules that I like to make for these. We just try to survive through everything. And also, what the heck happened to our damage? 1.45 damage is... That is below any level that you can get naturally with Eden. So when we took Missing No, I guess it re-rolled Eden's stats as well. And man, I'm really missing Salvation right now, that's for sure. So already off to a rough start here, but if there's one good thing about Missing No is that we don't have to be locked into a particular run. It's literally going to change every single floor. And this is what I was talking about with that question. People ask me, what's the most dangerous mob that you've run into? Which mob deals the most damage to you? It is going to be these spiders. So, and when we're sitting here with 1.45 damage, we're going to be fighting an uphill battle. And this room will take about 5 minutes to clear. So, and I wish I was exaggerating, but I am not. Every spider that the Skitter respawns is an extra 4 shots that we have to land. Or sorry, 5 shots, excuse me. How silly of me for thinking that our damage was actually, bad instead of being extremely bad, which is what it is right now. It literally cannot get worse than this unless you had soy milk at the start, which we do not. So, yep. Sit back and relax, everybody. December so far has been very merry. It's been very jolly to us in giving us good starts and good Eden runs, but all that goes right out the window as soon as we take Missing No. And boy howdy, we've got to hope that we get something that's going to carry us through most of this run. Now, one thing that we do have to our advantage is that we don't have to worry about our spacebar item re-rolling. So unlike the D100 or a one room, we do not lose our active item, and that's going to be extremely important when it comes to surviving this week. We're going to have to look for Book of Shadows. We're going to have to look for unicorn stumps. We have to use every possible thing that we can to get out of rooms like this. Yep. This is pretty much the worst. This is the worst room in the game for us to have come across with this damage. I don't remember what our damage was before Missing No, but yeah, this is far beyond WoW bad. This is like the Cataclysm expansion of WoW bad. Everyone knows I famously disliked Cataclysm in World of Warcraft. And when I say WoW bad, I don't mean World of Warcraft bad. I mean WoW. That is bad. It's an emphasis on it's a new term that I've dubbed WoW bad. We might make it past the 5-minute mark. I don't know. We have 90 seconds. Let's see. And this is only the second room we've had mobs in, everybody. Oh boy. If we can get red candle, we can get blue candle, anything is going to be better than this. Okay, sorry. So it took us almost 4 minutes. My bad. I have misjudged my damage. Yikes. This is an extremely dangerous first floor. I mean, I would hate to die on floor 1 of the first floor of Missing No Week, but that would honestly that dying with the YouTube file on the line would definitely come down to me doing something stupid like doing a theme week. If it didn't happen in TM Trainer week, then you know, Missing No Week is primed. It's prime pickings for having something crazy happen here this week, and today might be the day. Now, I don't blame December on this at all. I blame Missing No for rolling our stats. If we had salvation, we would have already been off of this floor, but we got bombs here, and we get a little spewer, which is an item. Now, one thing we can do to combat the effects of Missing No is that tier upgrades and speed upgrades, that sort of stuff from pills, are permanent. So regardless of what we roll, if this is a good pill, which of course it is, then we will keep the stats. So that is the only good thing about that. We may have to take this Soul Heart just out of pure safety reasons against this boss. I don't know who we're going up against. We should try to find a tarot card. Super Secret is probably right there, but I have a feeling we're going to need the bombs. Compost ain't it, Chief. See if we can get a nickel here. Okay. So 3 bombs. I'm going to throw Caution into the Wind. Okay, Blighted Ovum is not the worst, but it is dangerous, though. Now, luckily, we have the Gish Acid Baby, which should slow him down, I believe, when we get him on the tar. Assuming we ever get him on the tar, of course. There we go. You can't miss the bombs, though. I don't know why Blighted Ovum went that side. This is definitely the worst Eden damage I think I've ever seen for a start, ever. Get a Tears upgrade, which is fine, but it's not going to help us out that much. We have to get the associated damage with this. And taking, as I was talking about yesterday, taking secret room items is an extreme risk because of the danger. As dangerous and as bad as the start is from a stat standpoint, taking a secret room item is even more dangerous because of TM Trainer. And if we do roll into TM Trainer, we cannot get rid of the TM items, even with Missing No. So that's the real danger here. It all revolves around TM Trainer. All right, so we got a little re-roll here. Going last week's question of the episode, as you see, it did randomize our stats. Going to question of the episode, this one coming in from Rod's Glory says, question of the episode, can we have the judging of Isaac back? Would love to see one of your takes on Dead Sea Scrolls or Metronome. Also, how's your day? My day is going great. I am planning on bringing back the judging of Isaac eventually, sometime in the new year. It's just not a priority right now because, again, with that Isaac's Heart episode we did, I feel like that was peak. And it's the one item that people have always asked about. Depression here, which is definitely what I'm feeling right now with our stats. So now we have Turdy Touch. No, sorry, not Turdy Touch. We have Dirty Mind, Tough Love, and Depression. We lost Acid Baby and Tooth and Nail. Our damage has been upgraded by 1 whole damage point, and it already feels like night and day here. Now it's just a bad damage Eden start. It's not a wow bad, a Cataclysm wow bad start here. At least we have Tough Love that's going to give us a little bit of extra empowered shots. Again, items don't matter here, but it would be nice to get something like Humbling Bundle. if we could. One more scent or a bomb. And this is kind of the ultimate test for Eden players and any Isaac players too, is having Missing No from the start. You are not, it's like taking an Eden run to the extreme. You get a new Eden every single floor. So it's a good test of your Isaac knowledge as also your Isaac skills, and being able to adapt and overcome any situation that Isaac throws at you. And I don't think that it gets any more random than it does with Missing No. Now, you may notice there I did not mention TM Trainer again. I think TM Trainer is just a terrible item. I don't think it should even exist. For fun, yeah, sure, that's fine. But I wish that TM Trainer did not enter into the item pool of possibility when it comes to re-rolling with Missing No. I honestly kind of expected a mini boss over here, which is the only reason why I did this, because we're looking for Sloth or something to give us a coin or a bomb. Now, obviously, we have the Temperance Machine in there, but I am not dumb enough to go play that right now under these circumstances with our damage being 2.45, sorry. Now, I'll be honest, I don't feel entirely comfortable having Dirty Mind either, especially for a room like this where Dangle can just bounce off of them when he charges, causing all sorts of clown physics to happen. I don't know if I'm not sure if that dip was actually friendly or not because we have Turdy Touch. Not Turdy Touch, sorry. You know what I mean. Dirty Mind. I think they are friendly. Yeah, I can't shoot them. And Dangle just shot him. So, in a weird twist of fate, this is actually helping us. Those flies that are spawning, those are coming from the Dangle dips. Get a soul heart, we get a red heart, and we get a non-devil deal. All right. Keep it up, Stanley. We have Guppy's Paw for now, because it's clear the game's not going to give us a tarot card. Naturally, I mean, I could buy that, obviously, but our priorities right now are passive items. And Guppy's Paw, if we do roll into something like 9 lives, that puts us down to 1 HP, at least we have a get out of jail free card until we find something better. I'm going to take 15 cents here. We're going to go get Humbling Bundle, and then immediately re-roll it on the next floor. But at least we have a shop item in the rotation now. If I really, really wanted to, we might be able to get that soul heart. There we go. Got it. With HP to spare. All right. No, let's stick to the course here. I'm not going to risk the game not paying me out. Then I'd be right mad. I thought about it for half a second, and then I said, no, let's stick to the plan here. We need this HP. We shouldn't have gotten hit by Dangle, and here we go. We have Broken Modem. The match book. Our damage is actually higher than our tiers right now. We also have Samson's Chain. Our shop item was Broken Modem, so Samson's Chain needs no introduction. Okay, not a total disaster yet. We at least our damage is slowly climbing by 1 point at a time. Seeing the maddening effects of Broken Modem. Now we do have Candy Heart, which is interesting because those Candy Heart upgrades will also stay permanent. Same with Void. If we find Void, it's go time. But it is absolutely imperative. Rule number 1 of a Missing No run, we cannot under any circumstance, wow, double golden bomb. We cannot under any circumstance, and I mean any, take anything that is in the secret room pool. We just cannot. No, even if it's rock bottom, unless if it's the final floor, We cannot take it. That is non-negotiable. And it is because of TM Trainer. Well, Red Hearts is fine. I know that the Guppy's Paw play may look a little peculiar, but trust me when I say that it's necessary. We're going to be happy that we have it if we get 9 lives. Because guess what? We don't get those HP containers back on the next floor when 9 lives is gone. So it's absolutely essential for us here. I'm going to go into the shop, even though we don't have a lot of money right now. Deep pockets would be nice. But we are not guaranteed a double deal right now, thanks to Stanley giving us a 0 double deal option on our 100% guaranteed double deal. And right here is where we're just going to have to use bombs as our primary source of damage. Although our damage is quite okay right now, thanks to my reflection. Congrats, Zubat, you played yourself. Oh, you... Just like Baby Plum, they're always... Or Fruity Plum. Zubats are always guaranteed 1 hit on me, no matter where we are, no matter what room we're in. Okay, old Husky shouldn't be too bad here. The Black Husky is a little bit annoying because the bomb flies, and also because of Samson's Chain here. Of course, the Broken Bone is not going to help things too much, as it does greatly interrupt the flow of combat. And we got Old Bandage, we get a double deal, and this time we actually do get a double deal. And we're going to take all of this. Now, unlike Afterbirth and Afterbirth Plus, the transformations do not persist through missing no rolls either. So that's something to consider, but at least we have double deals on rotation now. One time? It's a huge range up. Well, we got the Mother transformation. We have Ludovico. Mr. Keeney's going to be very happy about this. Our damage did go up, but we also... Ooh, okay, hang on a second now. We have Death's List. Now, just like those other permanent stat upgrades we were talking about with Candy Heart and with Void, Death's List also does count as permanent stat upgrades for us. So this could be a cook here. And honestly, I never even thought about it, but yeah, Ocular Rift is not a bad Ludovico technique tier effect. That's actually kind of sick. Now, whether or not we're going to be able to get Death's List payouts, that's a whole nother can of worms here. We have Azazel's Rage, by the way, which is rocking just in time. Wow, we get double Soul Hearts here from Larry Jr. Beelzebub, or Lost Fly. This is just only going to serve as reroll fodder for Missing No, as with every single item up until the chest. And that's what we're really kind of playing for here, is surviving everything that we can up to the chest, and then we also have to dodge a really bad reroll in the chest. We get Shot Speed, which is going to help us out with Ludovico, but with this floor coming to an end soon, it's not going to matter that much. Our Devil Deal items that we got were Ocular Rift, Pentagram, and Azazel's Rage. So we're always going to have 3 Devil Deal items. Thank you, game. We're always going to have 3 Devil Deal items in our pool now when we're Missing No. And that's the only way that you can really sort of mitigate the effects of Missing No, is by being very selective with the items that you take. And as you can tell, Missing No is an item that I've done battle with many times over the years. There's a reason why I do not like Missing No. On top of the fact that it doesn't let you ever keep any part of your run, even if you have a good or bad run, it's just dangerous. It's dangerous in its own right because of TM Trainer, obviously, but also it's also just dangerous because you really have no control over the RNG other than the pool that you take items from. I will take the Soul Heart. Ludovico kind of cooking here, I'm not gonna lie. Super Secret Room is here, and we get, yep. All right, so far so good. I think the first floor was going to be the hardest test that we were going to take, and Ocular Rift absolutely slaughtered Fistula. We get another Devil Deal, which is insanely lucky considering that we don't have anything boosted, and Monster Manual, it's not better than what we've got. Black Powder is great. I'm doing this only so we have another Devil Deal item to roll through with Missing No. All HP is precious right now. Okay, we got Pop and Piercing. Sagittarius, also, we're back to Sinvicta Robes, which is fine. Little Abba Ding Dong, also fine. The only thing bad here is just Pop. And in my mind, Pop will never not be bad. It's just, it completely negates any... It completely negates any sort of advantage that you would have with your shot speed or even your tears rate. And even though some people do like Pop, I mean, there's items for everybody in Isaac. Some people like items that I don't frequently. But you know, it's just an item that you have to play around, I guess, is the nicest thing I can say about it. And with Piercing, it's kind of an anti-synergy because at least if you can throw a bunch of tears out, you can at least sort of make a barricade for yourself. Normally I would hold on to the Soul of Lazarus, but I'm too worried right now, too paranoid of actually using it. And if we do that, then Isaac dies, turns into Lazarus, and then all of our HP is gone. It does serve as an extra life, but it's a dangerous extra life because it's just like anything in Isaac. You can't just have something that's good. You gotta have some massive downside at some point. Get a Chariot card, which we will be able to keep. Missing No will not roll through that. I maintain that this Guppy's Paw play is going to be important. We're going to be real happy that we have it if we end up drawing something like not Hamolacria, but Blood Oath, or 9 Lives. We're going to... I'm going to look like the smartest guy in the room. And if we don't, if we end up not getting put in that scenario here, which is quite possible, then I'm still satisfied with that choice just because I know that we planned for disaster with it. And those 3 Soul Hearts you get, it's a lot easier to win when you're talking about going from 3 Soul Hearts, or sorry, 1 Soul Heart, 1 Red Heart to 3 Soul Hearts. But that's about to change right now because we're gonna get Blue Candle here. I almost bombed myself because I forgot that we had Bomber Boy. So Blue Candle is our ace in the hole for now. But I will say it still feels a little bit... I'm a little bit rattled that we're getting rid of our sort of insurance policy here. And with no extra lives or anything like that, we're going to have to hope that Blue Candle is up to the task, which I know it is. Hard Zit doesn't really do anything for us except just serve as reroll fodder, yada, yada, yada. That was Betrayal, actually taking both of them out. Definitely want to trade a bomb for a key here. I don't think the secret room's there, but don't know if this is going to be Skull Hands. It probably is. No? Here we go. So commentary is going to be very strategy heavy because remember, I've got to pull. I have to pull all the knowledge that I have about Isaac items, and really just lock in. Wow, I'm surprised it's not there. Burn away the spider with blue candle. So you see there, unlike red candle, blue candle doesn't care how many shots you send into it. It's going to be able to give you that natural defense. Got our half heart back there. I wasn't sure if that shot actually had hit us or not. A deep breath here. We do not want to lose this bone heart. This is going to give us a red heart, which is good. We got a range upgrade. And we get the nail, which... Nail's pretty important, too. Because the nail would give us some HP, but... I'm gonna pass on the nail. I'm gonna take a little delirium, again, only because we're looking for reroll stuff. And... yeah. I have blue candle. We're depending on you. This, I think, would get rid of Missing No. Oh my gosh, what is this damage? Or what is this tears rate? We have Monstro's Lung and also the Whiz. Yikes. So this is going to be the time where we're happy that we have blue candle. We also have Backstabber, which is pretty good for Monstro's Lung, but Monstro's Lung is not a good item. It can be good, but not with this. Not in this particular sense. We also got Black Powder back. Not in this particular sense because we also have the Whiz, which is our Dunce Cap, which is not a good item at all, unless if you have Tractor Beam, or if you have Eye of Belial or something like that. I think we got one of them. Any kind of mapping would be very helpful right now. Gotta say, our damage whenever the Backstabber proc hits the same target all at once is quite nice. All right, so we've gone all the wrong way. Good for us. Here we go. Look at us. I don't think the secret room is there. Oh, it is there. You might be asking yourself, why are you going to the secret room when you already said you shouldn't be doing anything like that for the items? Well, we can still get something like Magic Mush out of there. We can still get money. We can still get HP. We just cannot take any item that we see in there. And even Magic Mush may be off the table because I don't know how Missing No interprets that if it's found inside of a secret room. I gotta kind of aim with the side of Isaac's face right now. It actually makes infamy rooms kind of easier in a way. I don't have to directly line up like facing them. And a rock over here. I'm just trying to glitch into the rock. I'm not gonna let that happen. Small rock, it kills our movement speed, but it just, again, it's just a global item, so it's going to re-roll through, hopefully, maybe Cricket's Head. A time or two would be nice. Get more moolah here, and eventually, if we ever find a shop or an item room, then, you know, we would have found our shop and item room. Genius level commentary right there. Voice actor in the making. Okay, let's go back and try to find the item room or shop, whichever the game feels like showing us here. I am nervous about this HP. This doesn't feel good. No, right now we prioritize the shop. We already had a greed fight. We need HP. We need any soul heart generator we can get. Oh, we have pound of flesh. Well, I wish I would have seen that before we wasted our only key. All right. Cannot bomb our way into the item room. We've already found the secret room anyway. Our Fool card. Chariot card's also gonna be pretty important. We're just looking for a. All we're doing is looking for a key. Now this is definitely the undead mom hand. With the heat-seeking fissures. And we are not gonna be able to get it. All right. We would have to pay how much for one key? We'd have to pay a soul heart for a key. That is absolutely not going to happen. Why did we leave the steel chest behind? Is it a mimic chest? Ah, because we couldn't get to it. So I think what we should do is we should grab the Fool card while we can. That way, in case of somehow, some way a key does drop either in the Devil Deal or the Mom fight or whatever, we'll at least be able to come out and get into our item room. Of course, I do not remember where that is, and I just used our last bomb. So now again, as you see here, our damage is not bad when we're able to hit with the sort of shotgun-esque type shot of a Monstro's Lung. That's because of Backstabber as well. Now we took damage there directly because of our bad movement speed. And because I also didn't get out of the way in time. But that was because of our bad movement speed. So we do take a hit. We're not taking the Polaroid here. And I am going to take the Pact, which gives us some much needed HP. And of course another Devil Deal. And yeah, skipping out an item room does hurt, as it is our last item room. But hopefully the Devil Deal items can carry us. Got Conjoined and Lost Soul Buddy, giving us a HP upgrade. That's a permanent one, too. We have Bad PhD. Consolation Prize, which gave us something. Lost Soul Buddy, Demon Baby. I mean, this is the only time that Lost Soul Buddy could have done anything, because obviously he's going to get re-rolled next floor. We still have Backstabber and Piercing, which is honestly great. Backstabber's been an all-star here. And little Abadabba Ding Dong's still with us, too, so collaborative effort here to help us survive through this hissing no hell. We also have Purgatory, which is going to help us out with the damage and defense, because obviously it clears off the wow, that Backstabber damage. It clears out the projectiles. Thank you, Lost Soul Buddy, for your sacrifice. You will be missed. I'm not going to rag on Lost Soul Buddy. He did his duty. Try to keep us upright and moving. Backstabber and Piercing Shot's going to be the all-stars here, along with, of course, Blue Candle. Purgatory is just going to help us with crowd control and also defense, like I said. The thing we cannot do is lose HP, though. There's no guarantee that we're going to get it back, and we now no longer have Guppy's Paw, so Headless Baby is kind of making me a little nervous here because I don't know what's ours and what's not. Again, something the game will never, ever improve on at this point. Joint is also not helping our damage. Soul of Isaac could be interesting. Now we have bad PhD, which could potentially give us some damage ups, but at the cost of an unknown stat. And since they are usually identified with false PhD, but in this case, since we didn't start technically the floor with it, we are still going to see unidentified pills. That is one redeeming factor about false PhD, is that it can be a very good use. It can be a very good source for HP, but also some damage at the cost of, like, you know, if you lose luck or range or something. No one cares about that too much. At least I don't anyway. Took one long hallway to get here. Oh my god, what was that, game? Finn apparently turned on the turbojets, all because Purgatory just happened to land behind him, I guess. So that's a new one, game. That's some new clown physics unlocked. 2025, right at the end. Dolly, which is going to give us, again, some HP. I'm going to hold on to the Soul of Isaac, because that could be instrumental when it comes down and dirty to the chest. Well, we got the wafer. Thankfully, we only had 1 HP to lose anything from Blood Oath. Got the wafer, Maw of the Void, which is going to be huge. We somehow managed to maintain... I don't know how we're managing to maintain Conjoin, but with Maw of the Void here, we should be a little bit safer. We also have sulfuric acid, as you can hear from all the rocks and stuff kind of breaking. Nope. Not going to take the red heart because I want to maintain polar invincibility, and we've gone to a dead end. Every move, we have to make sure that we clear direction. Otherwise, we're going to get lit up. And taking damage in this room is never good, especially when we're talking about a missing no run. I didn't even realize the secret room was there, but I'm glad it is. The luck down pill. So False PhD has identified these pills now. Recap, I mean, we don't have any trinkets, so... Again here, game. Be careful of that blue champion. Freezer Baby, or Ice Cube Baby, has actually made a little wall here. We just kind of we just have to bum rush these rooms and not let the game get a jump on us. Ooh. Now, Reverse Justice card will spawn extra items, or at least possibly extra items inside of the chest if we keep it all the way there. But I think that the reroll is still going to be more important. So if we do get a Devil Deal here, I will use the Reverse Justice card in there. I don't want to use it in the secret room, which is where I normally would use it. Let's stop firing because it's making... Unlike Mega Bonk, we don't have any sort of opacity setting here. Pretty sure Ice Cube Baby got in my way there. Use Blue Candle here for a little bit of a shield. Speaking of shield, there's the Polar Invincibility shield, and we did not get a Devil Deal for our final chance, so I'm gonna pop this here, and it wasn't anything anyway. So we're pretty much at full build here. Got 2 floors to survive, and I'm feeling okay right now with Maw of the Void, but obviously there's no guarantee that we're going to be able to keep this on the next floor. We can just only hope. Get a Golden Bomb right at the end here. We should go back and see if we can get a few more skulls to maybe get an Emperor card. That's the only thing that I would really replace the Soul of Isaac with at this point. Oh, there we go. Okay, we'll take ourselves a Black Soul Heart. I'm not going to retread rooms that we haven't already previously cleared just because it's an unnecessary sort of risk right now. Now, obviously, I could have just done this with the Sulfuric Acid tiers, but that's no fun. And there we go, another Soul Heart. Hey, you know what? I'll take that. It's 2 extra HP that we did not know that we had here on this level, and that puts us in a much stronger position going on into the Cathedral. And I'm hoping that we keep, if we can keep Black Powder, that would also be fine, but this is a very important floor coming up, very important reroll, so keeping Wafer would be amazing too. First the Blind does not matter. We somehow managed to keep Maw of the Void, but now we have not only Pop, but Soy Milk Pop. That is, and Tech Point 5, but we also still maintain Backstabber and Sci-Fly's back, so I don't know what to think about this roll. This room is quite terrible. And you know that the game's going to make us go in here, so Sci-Fly's going to have to work overtime here. If we can get through here without taking a hit, it's going to be a miracle. And Sci-Fly did it. Sci-Fly was able to get us through. Happy to see Soy Milk, not happy to see Pop, but it is what it is. Tech Point 5 is also kind of helping us out, giving us some unlimited range. I wish we had Spectral Tears. We also have Eye of Belial, which is actually pretty huge. And as much of an MVP as us having Blue Candle has been so far in this run, the Devil Deals that we did get have been essential. Not doing this room. Thank you. We'll go into a dead end anyway. Got Liberty Cap in there, which procced the God's Flesh effect, if you're wondering where that came from. But Maw of the Void is going to be severely nerfed right now by the damage of Soy Milk. If we can get those explosions there, like you just saw in that room with Eye of Belial, that it's going to make short work of a lot of mobs. Again, you just saw me completely ambush right there. What I did on that Deacon, and that is what you have to do. Don't give the game time to set up or get the turrets rolling or anything. Just run in. Even if you think that you don't have the damage, it's still free damage. It's still going to put you in a better position to get through these rooms without taking damage, or at least softening them up to the point where you can clear them without taking damage. Sack Dagger's good here for secondary damage upgrades, or secondary damage dealing capabilities. Ooh, I don't know if we were going to be free down there or not, but I'm glad that we stopped him. Really. Remember, the advantage always goes to the player whenever you first go into a new room. If you're fast enough, if you have a way of dealing out immediate and powerful damage, you can usually clear rooms before the game even has a chance of doing anything. That was a pretty quick turn there by that bomb lamprey fly. Sci-Fly being an all-star. I don't know how this one's still alive. There we go. A backstabber again, doing work. And we've gone the path of most resistance, as always. So I don't think with this combo, Isaac is going to be much of a threat. And which means we only have to survive one more floor, and we are done with the inaugural Sunday edition of Missing No Week. Kick it off. And we can use the Soul of Isaac just to make sure that if we have bad rolls or if we have a bad chest, we can at least have a chance of getting something better than what we're offered. Backstabber and Soy Milk plus Pop is going to make this a lot easier for us. There we go. Moment of truth here. And we get Brimstone for the Slam Dunkerino. Worm Buddy! I mean, all of these are good. I'm going to use Soul of Isaac anyway, but all of those are good. Eternal Desizzle? Nah, give me Worm Buddy. I will take Speedball, actually, because as much as I like Mysterious Liquid, Speedball, we just need some more movement speed here. And we did not maintain Backstabber, unfortunately, but I don't think it matters. We got Brimstone. Little Abba Dabba Ding Dong, once again, is sharing the floor with us. Did just ruin my Polar Invincibility, but I think... Oh, and we have Taurus. Wait. Yeah, we do have Taurus. And Taurus is usually a bummer, but we at least have Black Powder again, which is something that we can actually use during the Taurus invincibility phase. There we go. And it's the wrong way, of course. So now's the time for us to draw circles on the ground. Just let Black Powder kind of do its thing. Big time damage. So what an opening inaugural start here for Missing No Week. And December, man, December looking real nice so far. Even during the start of our challenge week here, it's still giving us some nice holiday festive treats of runs, and I'm thankful for that. I was a little bit worried there on that first room and the first floor. I was like, oh man, this is gonna be. It still ended up being a long run, but this is gonna be a nightmare. And was pleasantly surprised by the end of it. We get nice Hierophant cards. Reverse Hierophant card is going to give us 2 Bone Hearts that give us a little bit extra defense. And again, we've gone the wrong way. If you're wondering why our movement speed is so doo-doo right now, it's because of Taurus. And the main reason why I don't like Taurus, other than the fact that as good as it may seem, it's actually not great. Wow, he straight up stopped us from making a circle. I cannot believe that body block. Whichever one you did it, you're all going to pay for it. I'm so mad right now that we didn't get that circle done. That's ridiculous. How is Death's Horse still going, by the way? That was a ridiculous body block. I've never seen anything like that in Isaac. Like, nothing like that. Getting some really, really bad rooms, I will say that. I mean, just look at this. Look at the map here and just look at the amount of condensed badness we've gotten in these rooms. All really strong, random rooms that we can take easy damage on by the game just attacking us off screen, like Death's Horse, for example, flying through the screen. Not even Warm Buddy can stop some of the Isaac DS. Or Mega. I don't know why Chubb was going that way. Okay, let's rein it in here. This run is not over, Brain. And if you keep doing stuff like that, it's going to be over, but not in the way we want it to be. I didn't even know that we had Athame, to be honest. We got to stop making these bonehead dodges and stuff, though. I mean, we are getting screwed by some game mechanics, but we can't be taking this much damage like this. And we continue to just make sure that we see every room in the chest, which is also not helping things. You know, for everyone who thinks that full clears are not a big deal, this is a poster child of why that is demonstrably false. The more rooms you end up walking into, the greater the chance is you're going to get hit. It is inevitable. So cutting down on full clears, having mapping, that sort of thing, all of that goes into making sure you have a safer run. So despite a little bit of ridiculousness at the end here, we are going to pull out the dub. And what a way to start off Missing No Week. You're not going to body block me out of this one. I'll tell you that right now. So we get the double circle on Blue Baby. Warm Buddy just breaking the game, an already broken game. So round one of Missing No Week goes to us in the mosh pit. Able to pull it out here thanks to, largely in part to Blue Candle. I think Blue Candle ultimately gets the MVP, but, you know, shout out to Little Abba Dabba Ding Dong. Shout out to Maul the Void, and just honestly all the Devil Deal items that we had for really coming out and performing and giving us a top-notch performance here on this opening kickoff Sunday. So thank you for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this episode, and if you are excited about the start of Missing No Week, make sure you click the like button, leave a comment down below. Those two things, seriously, are the easiest things that you can do to help support my channel. It helps out with the algorithm. It helps out, boosts everything. So thank you, everyone, for those of you who continue to do it each and every day, whether you're brand new or an old subscriber here. If you even remember me from the Lauder days, thank you very much for being here. Have a great holiday season, everyone. Day one in the books, day two coming up next of Missing No Week here in the Mosh Pit. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to pages of mine like Alacran19, Chronic Shadow, Carlos Ibanez, and Saul Petty. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of my episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.